Decibel.
Hello?
Hi again. I will share the screen. I don't know if Husseina has a problem related to the internet because she left in the half of the first session.
Yeah, she didn't rejoin.
She rejoined?
No, I said she didn't.
Yeah. So that's why I will continue whenever she joins. We can involve her as well because I don't know if she will join the second session or not. Okay, that was 32, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wish there were the way to jump to unit 32, but seems like, yeah, okay, we'll go one by one. Okay, the animal kingdom. Here we have types of animals. You can tell me about your ideas about animals, and you can use these types, whether you like predators or rodents or reptiles or whatever. And you can talk about your favorite animal or anything you want to say about animals using these phrases in section A.
Sure. Well, for me, the most animals that amaze me are the predators, like carnivore, I think carnivore animals, like
Carnivore, yes.
like lions and tigers. I really like watching documentary movies about the lives of lions and the bride. Like it's really interesting to me. I also like watching documentaries about reptiles like snakes and crocodiles.
Really?
Yeah, I do. It's
I
really
cannot
interesting.
tolerate them.
I know, but watching
Yeah,
them,
of course, if you enjoy them, it's okay.
yeah, sure. And they're so interesting, like knowing more about them. And what's really I don't like is scavengers, like the whole appearance of them. I don't
Yeah,
like it. I really dislike them. Uh,
exactly. Me neither.
yeah, I know that warm-blooded animals are like mammals, and cold-blooded are like reptiles, like snakes and crocodiles. And
What about frogs? Are they hot-blooded or cold-blooded?
they are warm-blooded because they are
Warm-blooded.
more like mammals.
Oh, okay. Actually, I cannot tolerate insects and those little fast type of animals. I'm okay with bears, lions, this and that, although they're not dangerous, but I don't like these reptiles and little insects. Okay, is there anything you want to add in section A?
No, thank you.
Okay, now let's talk about animal behavior. If the animal is docile, how do you understand the animal is kind of, I don't want to say rude and gentle, but do you think this is a wild animal or kind of domesticated?
Yeah, it's a domesticated animal.
Yes. Um, how can you tame animals? Do you think it's easy or it's possible?
Yes, it is possible, but it really takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to do that.
Okay. Um, wild, domesticated, fierce, these are clear, I guess. Okay, migration. Um, what's do-do?
It's a kind of a bird, like a type of
Mhm.
birds that went extinct.
Okay. Migration extinct, you said. All right. Um, what about the birds? Like, sometimes they have their flocks, and when they're flying from, no, when they're migrating from one country to another or one location to another, they're flying in flocks. But some birds sometimes stray from the flock. What happens to those that stray?
I think they start suffering because most birds doesn't survive alone. Same
Exactly.
as lions, like they can't find food, they can't mate with other birds. I think it's really hard for them, and it's gonna their life gonna be really in danger. So they might die.
Exactly. Especially for birds when they are migrating, it will be hard for them because they find the direction, I guess, together when they are communicating. Okay, what about poaching? Like, do you consider yourself an animal rights activist? And what do you think about poachers?
Butchers are the people that actually kill animals for their horns, like for their bones or something like that, for collecting stuff like that. But
For certain benefits, let's say.
I really am against stuff like that. It's really annoys me a lot, and I think really wrong. It should be stopped.
Exactly, because it's actually illegal in any
Yes,
case.
it is illegal.
Yeah, so poaching should be stopped, and there should be the people to, you know, carefully investigate so that it cannot be spread around. Okay, endangered world. Here we have responses to environmental issues and problems. Okay, let's start with section B and then we will move to section A. In section B, we have green credentials. Like I want you to read each box, like the colored box, and explain the meaning. Governing party in bid to prove green credentials, for example. What's the meaning of this box, blue box?
It's like a reputation for positive support of the environment, like
Okay.
promoting policies.
What about the red one? Prophets of doom and gloom should listen to scientific evidence, says Prime Minister.
Like people who expect or make predictions of the end of something, like for the future or something like that.
Yes, like 2020 is going to be the end of the world, or everyone is
Yeah,
going to
so many
die.
predictions like that.
Yeah, so we call it doom and gloom. Sustainable development, the only answer for emerging countries, says U.S. Commission. What do we mean here in sustainable development?
It's the development that does not affect the environment in a bad way, like it's eco-friendly.
Exactly. Renewable energy, government develops new strategy.
Renewable energy is like sun, the wind, water, but non-renewable is like fuel or coal.
Exactly. Which one is better?
Absolutely the sun energy and also the wind, but the non-renewable energy is necessary and we are running out of it.
Exactly. And do you believe like in the future they will be able to change the systems and run everything on the renewable energy instead?
I think everything in the future will depend on the sun and the wind, like there will be fossil or fuelic cars and stuff like that. There are gonna be less of it because we are running already out of it.
Yes. So gradually they will actually disappear and the shift will be unavoidable. Okay, now let's come to the first section, section 8, threats and potential threats to the environment. Let's do it this way. Since we have more phrases here, I will go for the ones that I believe might be a bit hard. Biodiversity, climate change, or because I guess all of them, contaminated water security, depleting resource. Let's do it this way. You have read this part, right? The text here.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I wanted to talk about endangered world using the phrases from this box that you need. For example, if you need to use the word, I don't know, worst case scenario, the phrase, use that one. If you need to use toxic waste, use that one. If you need to use pristine environment, use that one. Okay?
Yes, true.
Okay.
Yeah, so climate change actually had came with a lot of consequences, which is global warming and putting a lot of species under danger. And let's say that we have to start waste disposal. Like the waste we get rid of, we had to dispose them. That's better for our environment and what else? What other? We have to actually stop relying on fossil fuels, like because they produce carbon dioxide emissions, and that causes the greenhouse effect, which is the reason we're having global warming. And what else? I think that rising sea levels is putting a lot of people's lives under danger because the flood and so many islands and so many countries beside the sea are actually starting to disappear. And
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. And do you think the resources are finite on the planet or infinite?
Okay, finite resources. So what is it? It's number 9. Puts a great pressure on format. Like I think some resources, yeah, but a lot of great pressure on our Earth.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's move to the next one because the phrases here are easy and I guess you know all of them. Let's talk about customer service. And here we will focus on certain phrases like okay, if the quality of the service or a good is bad, like poor quality, what do we say?
We say it's impeccable. It's
No, impeccable, it's like it's perfect, but we say bad quality, like poor quality.
I'm sorry, like if we are describing service as bad or as good.
Bad.
Oh, we say that. Let me. We say that shoddy.
Exactly. We say that the service or the quality of the service is shoddy, which means low quality. Okay. Privacy policy, FAQ, browsing, immediate dispatch. What is immediate dispatch?
Immediate dispatch. I'm sorry, just looking for it.
Section
Yeah, I
C.
found it.
Most
Goods
large stores offer. Sorry?
it's like sending goods at once, like
Exactly, all at once, because it will be cheaper for them. If something is under warranty, does that mean that it's, let's say, reliable or not reliable?
it is reliable because it's guaranteed.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on. Customs and police. Spot checks, vaccination certificate. Yeah, we needed that a lot. Enforce stop and search. Safety cameras. Safety forces. Plain clothes, police, undercover. Okay, let's talk about cybercrime. And then drug squad and anti-corruption squad. I want to know your ideas about these three crime types.
What was it again?
Drug squad, anti-corruption squad, and cybercrime. And also phishing is fine.
Yeah, so cybercrime is about like making crimes on the internet, like it's not in actual real life. So the cybercrime department investigate in this kind of crimes. And the other ones, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Drug squad.
Drug squad, it's the department that investigate in illegal drug trafficking on stuff like that.
And anti-corruption squad, clearly it is about
anti-corruption. It's about bribery, like when there's bribe and stuff, and corruption departments.
Okay. How do we call the people or the activity of those that are trying, to send you the links on Instagram or Facebook, and when you just click on the link, they try to get your information like bank details or this and that. How do we call this kind of activity?
Phishing.
Phishing. Okay, nice. And we go on with beliefs. What do you think about beliefs in general?
Is it on a religional side or?
Yeah, in today's world, like maybe in the past, it would be easier to say because we would focus on mainly the organized religions, organized beliefs like Christianity, like Islam, and Jewish attitude. But at the moment, we can see so many different kinds, especially in the East, like in Malaysia. And although in Malaysia we have enough number of Muslims, but let's say in China and Japan and India, like in the Eastern world, and in the West, like West learning these from East, we can see people worshiping different types of objects, even like, for example, the case of worshiping a cow in India, or the case of, for example, in Turkey, they have their astaghfirullah, gods that they have created. So, what do you think about it? Like, do you think people should have freedom to choose whatever they want to believe in? Or it's not their fault if they're not informed, so people should be informed, and then it should be optional for them to make the choice, because if they are not given the options and they go with the first option that they face, it won't be fair.
Okay, it's a really interesting topic actually, because people when they're born, they usually believe in what their parents and great grandfathers believed in.
Yeah.
But I think for a sensible person, like a person that has a common sense, they should know that believing that like a stone or some kind of thing is your God is something really unbelievable, because it's completely nonsensical. How do you believe that kind of stone is your God, because it doesn't even move or speak or do anything to your own sake? And I think that religions like that actually uses people for money, like people who invented these religions and who made the temples, like the places for praying and stuff. They get money from the prayers or the religion. I don't know what they call them. They get money from them, gifts and stuff in the name for their god. But the money and all these things, the priests take this. So I think it's a bad thing.
Oh, okay. Actually, those standing against the organized religions like Christianity or Islam in the past were against the same idea, because we could see people using the good intentions of others and deceiving, like church collecting taxes in the past, or even today you can see some people pretending to be religious and then using other people, their beliefs and so on. So mainly, like especially in the West, the people that were against religion, I personally think they were not against religion itself. They were against religious, I don't want to say the thoughts, but like, good intentions being abused. So they could see such
That's
things, and that's
true.
why they were mainly against. Unfortunately, but there is the good side and bad side as well. Like there are good people and bad people. Okay, so generally, I wanted to know your attitude towards beliefs and religion.
Yeah.
And do you think everyone should believe in something, or it's okay if some people don't believe in anything?
What you said about abusing good people intentions, that created
Mhm.
atheism, which a person who does not believe in any kind of God.
Yes.
And the bad thing that after they believed that that God they were following is actually false and non-true, they started being atheist. They shouldn't actually searched and worked searched for religions. I think a person who wants to actually believe in something, he should search for it. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You wanted to say something?
No, I said there's everything available right now these days on internet and everywhere, libraries, there's
Yeah.
evidence, everything is provided. So
Yeah,
it's
just to
really
take
easy for
away.
them.
Right, they should keep searching. I agree with you. And I also think like belief is a natural part of the human being. So they need to believe in something, like whether this is a religion, or I don't know, the stone, or I don't
Yeah, and
know,
I feel bad for people
astral.
who doesn't believe in anything. I feel bad for them because at the end they believe they're gonna stay in their grave forever and that's really sad. Like, what's the point of living then?
Yeah, sooner or later they will believe in something because again, it's the spiritual need. But the thing is, if they cannot find the right way, they're trying to cover it with whatever they find. For example, let's say, let's put it this way: you need to have the pomegranate juice, and you're looking for that. You can, when you can't find the pomegranate juice, you're trying to drink, I don't know, wine or water or this and that, but it won't give the same effect. So I believe like we should keep searching for the pomegranate juice until we find. Okay, now let's come to the vocab here. Some people have radical thoughts. What do you think? Is it normal? Is it fine? Or we should try to avoid radicalism?
Being radical, I think who have beliefs there should be extreme changes. They want always extreme changes in everything. I think it's negative mostly, but sometimes it could be positive.
Okay. Some people believe that religious people are gullible. What do you think?
Some people believe in that. Well, they do believe in that, but I think it's really false. Like religious people aren't gullible.
Okay, what's the meaning of gullible?
Like being naive, believes anything easily.
Exactly. Easily deceived. Okay. Civil disobedience, justified. Okay, what's a tenet?
A tent?
Tenet, yes. A key tenet shared by proponents of this
I think it's a
philosophy.
principle which something is based on, or a belief that is based on.
Exactly, the key point, the key feature.
Yeah.
If somebody is credible, it means or if something is credible, it means we can believe it or we cannot believe it.
Credible? I think it's believable. Is it?
Oh, it's believable, yes. Incredible, like unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah.
The opposite of incredible. If something or if the person is incredulous, it means the person.
Again, I'm sorry.
If the person is incredulous, that
Incredulous.
means
Yeah.
that person wants to believe or not.
Like could not be convinced, I think.
Yes, like you get the news and you are incredulous, it means like you cannot believe what you heard. Okay, if something is plausible, is it possible or impossible?
It's like convincing, like it's possible.
Possible. Okay. We should give her the benefit of the doubt. What's the meaning of this sentence?
I'm sorry, what is it?
We should give her the benefit of the doubt. What's the
The
meaning
doubt.
of this?
I think, yeah, the meaning is like when someone has doubt in something and like he's not 100% sure about it, we should give him like, I'm not sure exactly of the meaning.
When we say, for example, give someone the benefit of the doubt, it means like you are saying the right thing as it is, but it's not certain. So there is the percentage of the doubt, like it's not 100% clear or it's not 100% sure, but what you are saying is actually true. Like you're not lying, you're telling the truth, but the truth itself is doubtful.
Oh, yeah, I get it now.
Okay, and you should take what he says with a pinch of salt. It means
that what he's
trust
saying is not completely true.
exactly, the person is actually exaggerating the situation, so it's better not to believe 100%. Okay, festivals in the cultural context. Okay, let's do it this way. Section A, here we have the word features, feast, ceremony, renewal, etc., etc. You can talk about the festival you attended, or you read about, you watched about, or you heard about, or you are planning to attend any festival you want to talk about using these phrases. If you want all of them, if you want some of them, totally fine. In section A only. Section B, I will ask one by one. Not all of them, but some.
Okay, so It's a kind of a festival, but also like a day on Ramadan. It's the Laylat al-Qadr. So in my country, we celebrate that for like making a feast for women and men, and each eat their food, and we make we celebrate together, reading Quran together. It's like for Ramadan, it's for like religion only, and the ceremonies continue from midnight to the dawn.
From the morning till
Yeah, from
like all through the night, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. And let's continue with the section B. By the way, you told me, but again, I forgot which country was that?
Libya.
Libya. Okay. I'm really bad at names and remembering the countries. Because like I have a lot of Arab friends and they're all from different countries. It's really hard for me to
Yeah, I
remember.
know.
Yeah, but after a while, I hope I will remember. I need to practice more. Okay. Do you believe in superstitions?
I don't.
But do you know any superstitions? Because I think like every country has its own superstitious beliefs. Like for example, in England, if you see the black cat, for example, for the rest of the world, if they see the black cat, they see it as a bad sign. But if you see black cat passing in England, they consider it a sign of good luck.
Yeah,
So
it's the same thing for us. They believe that black cats bring bad luck, but I don't believe in this kind of stuff. There is hundreds of these principles in my countries, but I don't believe in it.
yeah, better. But how do you think these superstitions were even created? How did they even start?
I think it's over history from like grandfather told his what do you call them, children or something, and it went over the history, like from one to one until it became in our traditions.
Okay, like gradually throughout the centuries. Can you tell me one raucous or flamboyant event you know, or you have heard of, maybe even the historical event?
um, Over the history, let me think. Wallahi, in my country we don't have such a thing, but
In the
maybe
world, it's okay. Or tell me about the event that you think if this happened, it would be raucous or flamboyant.
um,
What
the
would you
Rockets.
make it?
Oh yeah, it's the revolution date in my country. Like when
Mhm.
they celebrate the anniversary, it's really messy outside. It becomes really chaotic in the streets.
Okay. Um, Atmospheric and somber.
Atmospheric means like has a special feeling in the atmosphere, and somber like very heavy and sad, I think.
Right. If it is something disappointing, let's say, to some extent. Okay. It can be traced back to pagan times. What's the meaning of this phrase?
Its origins may be found at the times when
Mhm.
people believed that nature and had special powers.
Exactly. So pagan times are the times when people were worshiping, let's say, the rain or sun or whatever, natural events. Um, Annual holiday commemorates all those who died in the country's civil war. So
Respect and remember.
respects and remembers officially, right? Okay, let's move on and talk about the language, modality, lexicon, morphology, morphemes. Okay, jargons. Okay, which people can understand military jargons?
Military, the people working in the military department.
Exactly, it's like terms only those people do understand. They're saying that many words in English are polysemous. What does that mean?
Voices, I think different sounds that distinguish meaning.
Like the word has different meanings. For example, you say book a ticket. Here, the word book is used as a verb, meaning kind of buying a ticket. But when you say I'm reading a book, it's the same word, but the meaning is different, like in the meaning of the book, like journal, magazine.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think everyone can coin a word?
Not everyone in specific. I think people who have enough experience or enough education.
Like linguists or writers?
Yeah, writers, maybe people related to the same.
Yeah. Those dealing with words all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone who uses language well can be described as articulate or eloquent. What's the meaning of articulate and eloquent?
Articulate is a person who is good in expressing his ideas in the language, and the other word, eloquent,
Eloquent?
is the people who's good at the person who is good at expressing his feeling in some language.
Yeah, like you can influence the other people the way you speak, like politicians, for example.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they may express something in a succinct way, which means they talk a lot or they use few words, but they impress a lot.
What was the word again?
Succinct, this one.
Um, Succinct. I think that clearly and using a few words, like in clearly word.
Yeah, they have a brief speech, but that's impressive. Because
Like
sometimes people talk a lot, but there is no meaning. But if it's in a succinct way, it's like precise, but meaningful. Okay, inarticulate will be the opposite of articulate, actually. If someone is speechless, it's clear. Put your foot in it. It means,
putting your foot in it, you say something without thinking carefully of it.
oh, okay, just jumping into.
Yeah.
And there's one word left. Think of the not just. It means,
I'm sorry, just a sec.
I'll read the sentence if you want. They may always be able to think of the not just.
Not just. I think it's the correct word, the exact correct word.
Exactly. You know, sometimes you want to describe a situation, but you are looking for the best phrase, but you are saying something similar, but not exactly what's needed or what is wanted. But those people, the articulate or eloquent speakers, they can easily find the right word on the spot, you know? Okay, you are right. So we go on with history since the dawn of civilization. Here we have the phrases. I will not ask all of them. Renaissance, medieval, monarchy, nobility. Okay, let me ask military history. Okay, just sections. The other ones, I guess, are pretty easy. I wanted to explain or use every word in this section. Infantry, cavalry, suit of armor, chariot, and galleon.
In sentence?
Yeah, you can make one sentence, you can use all of them, or if you want, you can make 2, 3 sentences using all these words.
Okay, so I would say that the British military has consisted of 100,000 infantry and 1,000 cavalry, and they all had a suit of armor.
Okay.
And large spelling, and the British armory had 100 galleon, and the British Queen had 3 chariots.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Amazing. And let's use, let's come to unit 40 to use haves and have not. Fundamentally, denial, dignity, violation. These are, I guess, easy. Types of poverty we have here. Affluent people. Okay. shelter, nutrition, okay, let's do it this way. I will ask one question for section A, and you will summarize your opinions using the phrases in section A. Try to use like variety. If you want, you can answer in 2 sentences. If you want, you can speak a paragraph. It's okay. Just tell me about the current situation in the world with these haves and have-nots. The causes, do you think it's getting better or getting even worse? And what affects the poverty? What can lead to poverty? What can help the people get out of this poverty?
Okay, so I think that poverty, as it's explained in this box, that it isn't only about money. So absolute poverty that describes that people who are under the poverty line, which is 1.90 cents, $1.90 a day. People who have that for a day, I think that's under the poverty line, which people cannot afford their food or their water or their clothes. And relative poverty, I think it's being poor in relations, like not being connected enough to other people around you. I think people who have low social skills could be described as relative poor. And extreme poverty, people who are way under the poverty line. Like they can't even afford their enough clean water or clean clothes or a place to stay in. We see these kind of people in the doorways of shops and stuff. And I think that people should pay more attention to these kind of people. And,
all right. If we say like people in destitution or destitute people are suffering from malnutrition or they are deprived of sanitation and the problem of illiteracy is the case, what should we do to stop them from being poor anymore?
I think what we should do is like making more charities, like volunteering to actually help to these people, like giving money maybe to some institutions that provide help to these kind of people. I think just being involved in this whole thing, like even learning about them is enough, like just being aware of what other people is suffering.
Exactly. But do you think like we can also bring global solutions? Like we can, instead of giving money to people, we can increase the number of factories or the workplaces. We can create jobs or work from home projects where we can involve people.
Yeah, that's true. And also, we should make or try to provide more sanitation for them because these kind of people are so bad in health, like they have multiple health problems.
Yes, because they lack basic needs actually. Okay, Habibti. I will stop it here for our today's lesson, and next time we'll continue from 41 till the end of this lesson. And oh wait, yes, that's the easy way. Why didn't I do that before? Okay, it takes me ages to learn how to use technology properly. Okay, from 40 till 50, the media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 10 units we will take for our next lesson. Okay, sweetie, I'll stop it here, and for our next lesson, we'll continue the same. One listening test I sent in the group, one documentary, and one article, plus 10 units of vocab.
Okay, sure.
Okay, inshallah. Take care. See you.